So the F1 75 live event was yesterday, and we got to see all 10 teams' new liveries. Well, 8 new liveries, and we're going to rank them and go through them. So the scoring system is going to be out of 10, and we're going to go for a -1 for teams that have the same livery, and it's based on looks and comparison to last year. So starting off with Sauber or Kickstake Sauber, it's a solid improvement from last year. As you see, the green at the front fades into the black, and then the rest of the cars are probably going to be carbon fibre. But that trend is not as prominent this year. And looking at last year's car, you can also see the green and the carbon fibre. So I would say an improvement on last year, and it's solid. But it's for me, it's going to be a 5 out of 10 for the Kickstake Sauber team. Moving on to Williams, and it's interesting. It's mostly blue. Of course, you got the lighter blue, though, more prominent this year, and then darker blue at the front and towards the back a bit in a little triangle that you'll see now. As you can see, the front wing. They got the new big sponsor on the side as well. You can see the little dark bits, but mostly light blue at the front of the car, the little Duracell bit as well. Comparing it to last year, you know, they've got rid of the white line, which I didn't mind there. The little red line as well, which probably is good to go. But if you just kept the white line, then I would have said it's better. But getting rid of the more dark and the light, I'm not sure. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 this year. It's worse than last year's, but still a very good. Very good. Moving on to Visa Cash App Racing Bull. We've got a lovely livery, I must say. An improvement on last year, I would say. With the little details there, you can see close up there with the little Racing Bull logo, or the Red Bull logo, next to the Honda on a all-white livery is very nice. Of course, you've got the Red Bull detailing on the front of the car. Compared to last year, last year's car was very nice and went back to like Toro Rosso, type of car with the white on it. Yeah, last year's car was difficult to beat, but they might have, because I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. This picture doesn't show it very well, but it's a very nice car. The little detailing as well. Going on to Haas though now, and again, more white on the car this year, and I think it does look better than the last one. More white and red, as you can see from the side view, with on the side pods and the halo. And here it is compared to last year. The whole side pod and the whole side of the car was black. So this year I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Solid improvement from Haas. Next up, we've got Alpine. On my notes, I've just put no. I'm not liking it. The blue and the pink are just not it. It's too light a blue to go with the pink, and it's just not nice. Last year's car was bad with so much carbon fibre, but I would rather that than what we have this year. This year's car is just not nice. Even the BWT logo last year was in blue. This year it's in pink, and this really shows as bad as it gets. So I've put a 2 out of 10. Aston Martin though this year, more black on the car than last year. The little white top bit as well, and a new green line near the side pod. Here's last year's car compared to the new one. Last year's had black down the back of it. This year we've just got a whole black side pod and a white bit on the top for a sponsor. Last year's car, I would actually give it to last year's car, but as you can see now in the full view, I'm going to give Aston Martin a 4 out of 10, not because it's bad, just because, like I said, comparing it to last year. Mercedes now, and it feels weird not seeing that red on the top of the car for Ineos. Ineos are still there, as you can see on the inside of the front wing, but I'm not sure about the silver on the top, on the airbox. But apart from that, it's the same car as last year with, as you can see, the red I feel like added more colour to the car last year, and I liked it more with the red. I mean, I know some people might say different, but this year I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10 because of the silver airbox. Kind of gives away points, but still good car. Red Bull now. What do you expect? It's the same car. Here's this one compared to the last year's one. Yeah. What is there even to say? I think there's a new sponsor on the rear wing, and that's about it, which we'll be hearing a little bit later. So we're going to give Red Bull a 6 out of 10 because it's still a good livery though, isn't it? Red Bull have always had this livery, and it's very good. 6 out of 10. Of course, they're the first team to get -1. Ferrari though, and it's a new livery for the dawn of Hamilton's career here at Ferrari. The white stripe down the middle though is interesting to say the least. Lots of sponsors on the side pod. I'm not sure about that white stripe. It's nice, but it's literally just there for the HP logo to fit in. So here's last year's car. I like the little white and yellow lines last year. So yeah, and of course I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because it is, I would say it's marginally better maybe than last year. Maybe the white isn't there though. And of course, the last car to be revealed was the most disappointing of all, McLaren. I think a sponsor has moved on the car, the rear wing as well. The front wing is also black instead of orange, as you can see in the pictures here of last year's car. But apart from that, it's the same car, and that's why it's going to get a 6 out of 10, because it's a good livery, like Red Bull, but -1, of course, for the same car. That is everything completed now, so if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I've also got creating my own liveries, but that's an F1 Manager, so I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.